Hey guys, Brad Gilmore here. Want to give a big shout out to our title sponsor, Walker Texas Lawyer. If you or a loved one have been injured in an accident, whether that be a car, truck, motorcycle accident, or some kind of other issue, hit up Walker Texas Lawyer at 713-552-1117 or walkertexaslawyer.com.
Oh, Brad, what have you done now?
Broadcasting live from Houston, Texas, and around the world. TV host, best-selling author, and radio personality Brad Gilmore brings you a collection of conversations with stars from movies.
Matthew McConaughey.
Brad Gilmore.
Mark Wahlberg.
Hey, how are you?
The legendary Mr. Christopher Lloyd. Christopher, how are we doing?
I'm doing good. Great introduction.
Jessica Alba and Lizzie Mathis. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Kevin Costner joins us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Television.
Jimmy Fallon joins us this morning. Jimmy, how you doing, my friend?
Good morning. Thank you so much, Brad, for having me. I appreciate this, bud.
Kelly Ripa.
Brad, thank you for having me.
Comedy.
Jay Leno joins us. Jay, how you doing?
Hey, Brad, what's going on?
Chris Tucker is in the building. Chris Tucker, good morning to you.
Hey, Brad. Good morning to you. How are you?
George Lopez joins us right now. George, how are you doing, sir?
Good morning.
Music.
Lola Monroe.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
The legendary frontman of AC/DC, Brian Johnson, joins us right now. Brian, how you doing?
Good morning, Brad. What lovely to talk. You me funny lad.
Megan Trainor.
Thank you so much, Brad. You're awesome.
Chloe Bailey joins us. I appreciate the time.
Appreciate you.
And more. This is The Collection. Now your host, The Boat.
Brad Gilmore!
Brad Gilmore, CW39 in Houston. Nyle Davis, thank you so much for taking the time. Congratulations on the film.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
I want to start really with a question for both of you, but Nyle, if you could kick us off. Obviously, the story is important. That's why you felt the need to tell it. But what was it specifically that made you say, let's sit down and show this in a documentary form to really, shine the light on this particular subject?
Yeah, great question. It's funny, actually. This project didn't start as a documentary, but instead as a scripted project. We hired a couple writers to put together a script, and Deaf President Now wasn't just a simple protest to appoint a deaf president. It contained so much nuance and layers of oppressive dynamics that had existed for years. It speaks to discrimination and paternalism that had really run this campus for 124 years. So when I was talking to Davis about what I felt a scripted version really lacked, he said, this absolutely has to be a doc, and the rest is really history. I think doing this as a doc, we were able to break the rules that you would typically have to abide by in a scripted space. We were able to incorporate so much more of the deaf experience into the film.
Yeah, Davis, just what was that point there where you said, you know what, a documentary is the route to go, not scripted?
Well, we're here in Gallaudet University today and in Washington, D.C., where I grew up. And I hadn't heard of this story. And I just couldn't believe that the world had sort of forgotten or neglected this story. If your viewers want to watch it, it's an incredible story of how collective action works. The young students, when they see something, they can through leadership and communication actually get something done. It's a refreshing story. Given all the tumult right now and so many protests that feel kind of super negative. This is an incredible story of hope and optimism and change. So I said, well, if we have to tell the story. And the truth of it is so much better than fiction. These actual characters are so amazing.
And I think what's great about documentaries, especially one such as yours, I think that people might have heard of the protest. Maybe they have some recollection of it. Maybe they don't know anything about it. And as directors and documentary filmmakers, you kind of act as archaeologists in a way, right? Here's what we knew about this thing, but let's actually dig in deep and maybe even discover some new information. Nyle, was there anything during the process of putting together the doc that surprised you even, maybe new information?
Yeah, actually, as we were going through the archives, we were so lucky when we reached out to Gallaudet to find that they had a very, very rich archive. And I had always seen the same clips growing up, replayed again and again. So I was excited to see, if there was a clip of Spillman saying, deaf people are not ready to function in a hearing world, because that quote is legendary in our community. So we went digging for the evidence of it. And even though with all of the footage we had, we didn't have any of that, you could tell by her actions that the attitude matched the quote in every way. Her behavior is just, it's amazing. The Deaf President Now 4 actually have commented that they've never seen so many of these clips. And when they first saw the film, they were like, oh, wow, she really did act like that. So that was a great impact.
And Davis, when you put together, you talk about the start as a script. When you have a script in front of you for scripted content, obviously it's a beginning, middle, and end. It's all there on the page. You know where the characters are going to go and what have you. With a documentary, when you find these new archival footage or find new information while you're shooting it, I feel like does a lot of it have to come together in the edit after you get everything?
Yeah, that's right. It really is. And it was a true collaboration with me and Nyle. Like, what do we have for archive? What are we missing? How do we get that through the interviews with these 4 characters? Everyone, they watch this movie, they say, wow, these 4 characters are amazing. They're hilarious. They don't always get along. They're kind of like the Breakfast Club in a documentary, because they're kind of like at each other's throats at the beginning, but they come together at the end. And so, yeah, it's all a combination of all that material. But, Nyle really insisted that it be told from a deaf perspective. And we have this thing in our movie called Deaf POV, deaf point of view. And I think that's what's unique about the movie, is that it not only encapsulates all the things you're talking about, but insists that we really experience it, not from a hearing person telling a deaf story. This is different.
Well, it's an incredible film and an incredible story. I thank you both for bringing this to the masses and sharing the story, and I really appreciate y'all sharing the time with me today.
Thank you.